It was a quiet evening when Daniel sat by his desk, staring at the reflection of his own tired face in the dark computer screen. His day had been long and full of distractions, scrolling through his phone, jumping from one video to another, and telling himself, "I'll start tomorrow." But tomorrow never came. The truth hit him like a whisper that grew louder inside his mind. He was not living as the best version of himself. Daniel sighed deeply. His room was messy, his notebooks half filled, his goals written but forgotten. He remembered his childhood dreams, how he once wanted to be confident, disciplined, and full of energy. Yet here he was, tired, unmotivated, and stuck in the same cycle. That evening, he picked up a notebook and wrote one sentence in large letters. "I want to become the best version of myself." As he looked at the words, he felt both fear and hope. Could he really change? Could he improve his habits, his mindset, and his life? Or would he stay the same, repeating the same mistakes? This moment of honesty was the beginning. Seedling lesson in English. Daniel's story teaches us something important. Change begins when we admit that we need it. Here are some simple English sentences you can practice. I want to improve myself. I can do better. I will not wait for tomorrow. Repeat these sentences slowly, out loud. Notice how each one gives power to your thoughts. Daniel thought about the people he admired, his teachers, his older brother, even his favorite speakers he watched online. They all seemed disciplined and confident. What was their secret? He realized it wasn't magic. It wasn't luck. It was daily habits. Small habits build big results, Daniel whispered to himself, repeating what he had once heard in a video. He stood up, took a deep breath, and decided that from now on, he would build those habits. But he knew he had to start small. Writing hand first step. Self-awareness. Daniel grabbed a piece of paper and drew 2 columns. At the top, he wrote, "Who I am now, who I want to be." In the first column, he listed things honestly. I wake up late. I waste time online. I eat too much junk food. I don't exercise. I forget my goals. In the second column, he wrote, I want to wake up early. I want to use my time wisely. I want to eat healthier. I want to exercise daily. I want to focus on my goals. As he compared the 2 columns, Daniel felt a spark of motivation. It was clear, the best version of himself already existed in his mind. He just had to build it step by step. Glowing star English practice sentences. Here are some daily affirmations Daniel practiced, and you can too. I wake up early. I use my time wisely. I am focused on my goals. Say them every morning. Repeat them until they feel real. This is how your brain starts to believe and your actions start to follow. That night, before sleeping, Daniel set his alarm for 6:30 a.m. It wasn't too early, but earlier than usual. He placed his notebook beside his bed so he could see his promise. I want to become the best version of myself. He lay down, heart racing with nervousness. Would he press snooze like always? Or would he rise and take his first step? The question stayed with him as he drifted off to sleep. But deep inside, something was different this time. For the first time, Daniel was not just wishing. He was ready to act. Candle final thought for scene 1. Becoming the best version of yourself starts with one decision, the decision to change. Like Daniel, you must be honest with yourself, write down who you are now and who you want to be, and take the first small step. Remember this phrase, change begins with me. Say it aloud, and let it remind you that you already have the power to start. The next morning, Daniel's alarm rang at 6:30 a.m. The sound cut through the silence of his room. His eyes felt heavy, and his body begged him to stay in bed. Just 5 more minutes, he thought. His hand reached for the snooze button. But then his eyes caught sight of the notebook on his desk. On the front page, written in big letters, were the words, I want to become the best version of myself. Daniel froze. For a moment, he remembered last night's promise. He took a deep breath, pushed away the blanket, and slowly stood up. His body was tired, but his heart felt strong. This was his first victory, choosing action over comfort. Seedling English lesson. First step sentences. Repeat with Daniel. I wake up early. I choose action. I am stronger than excuses. Say these sentences out loud. Each word is a reminder that small wins lead to big change. Dash dash dash. Daniel splashed water on his face, brushed his teeth, and opened his window. The morning air was cool and fresh. For the first time in a long time, he felt a quiet pride. He had done it. He had started. But of course, the journey was not easy. During the next few days, Daniel faced challenges. Some mornings he felt too sleepy. Sometimes he forgot his goals and wasted hours online. Other times, he wanted to give up because the results weren't immediate. One evening, after failing to finish his study goals, he felt frustrated. He slammed his notebook shut and whispered, "Maybe I'll never change." But then, he remembered something he had once heard: success is not about perfection. Success is about consistency. Daniel realized that change wasn't about being perfect every day. It was about trying again and again, even after failing. Dash dash dash. Key simple English phrases for motivation. Practice these with Daniel. I try again. I don't give up. Consistency is power. Dash dash dash. The next day, Daniel made a new plan. Instead of expecting to change everything at once, he would focus on small habits. He chose just 3. 1. Wake up early. 2. Read for 15 minutes. 3. Exercise for 10 minutes. That was it. No pressure. No long list. Just 3 small habits. Each morning, after waking up, he opened his notebook and checked off the habits as he completed them. The small check marks gave him a sense of achievement. When he read for 15 minutes, he discovered new ideas. When he exercised, even just a short jog or push-ups, his body felt stronger. These small actions gave him energy to do more during the day. Slowly, his confidence grew. Dash dash dash. Writing hand English practice with daily habits. Repeat these useful sentences. I wake up early every day. I read every morning. I exercise for 10 minutes. Practice them until they feel natural. These sentences are simple, but they are powerful because they connect to real action. Dash dash dash. But of course, temptations didn't disappear. One evening, his friends invited him to play video games late into the night. Daniel joined them, laughing and forgetting the time. He went to bed at 1 a.m. The next morning, he couldn't wake up early. At first, he felt guilty. But instead of quitting, he said to himself, "It's okay. I will try again tomorrow." That one sentence kept him going. Over time, Daniel learned that self-improvement was not a straight line. Some days were full of success, and some days were messy. But the important thing was to keep moving forward. Dash dash dash. Glowing star mini lesson. Useful English expressions. Here are some short, motivational expressions Daniel used. 1 step at a time. Small habits create big results. Today I do better than yesterday. Repeat them 3 times. Use them every day to keep yourself motivated in English. Dash dash dash. Weeks passed. Daniel began to notice small changes. His mornings felt brighter. His mind was clearer. He had more energy in class and more confidence when speaking. His room was cleaner, his notebooks filled with completed pages, and his goals no longer seemed impossible. One day, while jogging in the park, Daniel stopped to catch his breath. He smiled. For the first time, he felt proud not just of the results, but of the journey. He whispered softly to himself, "I am becoming the best version of myself." And for the first time, he truly believed it. Dash dash dash. Candle final thought for scene 2. Change is never easy. You will face failures, laziness, and doubt. But remember Daniel's lesson. Start small, stay consistent, and try again. Say this powerful line: I don't have to be perfect. I just have to keep going. Months had passed since Daniel first wrote in his notebook, "I want to become the best version of myself." At first, it was only words. Now, it was becoming reality. Daniel's mornings looked completely different. Instead of waking up late, he now rose with the sun. The first thing he saw each day was his notebook, full of check marks and positive affirmations. He no longer snoozed his alarm. He welcomed the day with energy. He still read for 15 minutes every morning, but what started as a short habit grew into an hour of learning. His small exercises turned into regular workouts. His phone was no longer a distraction, it was a tool for learning. His friends noticed the difference. "Daniel, you seem more confident," one of them said. His teacher praised his focus in class. Even his parents quietly smiled at how disciplined he had become. But the greatest change wasn't outside, it was inside. Daniel had discovered something powerful. He was in control of his life. Seedling English practice sentences. Practice these simple but powerful affirmations. I am in control of my life. I am disciplined. I am growing every day. Say them aloud. The more you repeat, the more you believe. Of course, Daniel wasn't perfect. Some days were harder than others. There were mornings when he felt tired, or evenings when he wanted to waste time. But instead of quitting, he had learned the magic of starting again. Progress, not perfection, that was his new motto. One Saturday afternoon, Daniel looked back at the paper he had written months ago. Who I am now, who I want to be. He smiled. He realized something important. The "who I want to be" column no longer felt like a dream. It felt like his present reality. He woke up early. He managed his time better. He exercised. He studied. He spoke with confidence. He wasn't just imagining the best version of himself anymore, he was living it. Key English lesson. Expressing growth. Here are some useful English sentences Daniel used to describe his progress. I am better than I was yesterday. I am proud of my progress. I believe in myself. Repeat them slowly. Use them to describe your own journey. One evening, Daniel's younger sister asked him, "How did you change so much? What's your secret?" Daniel thought for a moment. Then he said, "It's not about a secret. It's about small habits. When you do small good things every day, they become big results." His sister nodded, even if she didn't fully understand yet. But Daniel knew she would remember his words. That night, as Daniel sat at his desk, he opened his notebook once more. Instead of writing, "I want to become the best version of myself," he wrote, "I am becoming the best version of myself." The difference between wanting and becoming was huge. It meant he was no longer only dreaming, he was acting, living, and creating his future. Glowing star mini lesson. Changing, want, to, am. Practice these sentence transformations in English. I want to be confident. Right pointing arrow, I am confident. I want to be disciplined. Right pointing arrow, I am disciplined. I want to succeed. Right pointing arrow, I am succeeding. This small shift in language changes how you see yourself. When you speak with confidence, your actions follow. The next morning, Daniel woke up early as usual. He went for a jog in the park. As the sun rose, painting the sky with soft gold, he stopped for a moment, breathing deeply. He thought about the boy he was months ago, tired, distracted, always saying, "tomorrow." And he thought about the person he was now, focused, disciplined, and growing every day. He smiled, whispering softly to himself, "I am living my best version." And in that moment, he felt free. Candle final thought for scene 3. Becoming the best version of yourself doesn't happen in one day. It happens through small steps, repeated daily, with patience and persistence. Daniel's story teaches us this. First, be honest with yourself. Second, start with small habits. Third, never give up, even when you fail. And one day, like Daniel, you will look back and realize, you are no longer chasing the best version of yourself, you are living it.